Namaste. Welcome to your prenatal asana series. We are going to practice one of the most famous asanas in yoga, that is known as Marjari Asana or cat pose. Marjari Asana is usually safe to practice in all trimesters, except in certain conditions it should be avoided. If there is a placenta previa condition where the placement of the placenta is downwards towards the cervix or the vaginal opening, this asana should be avoided. Knowing the medical conditions of each student that is coming to you is very, very important. Hence, you do not cause any damage to their prenatal phase or the baby. So, knowing that if they have a condition of placenta previa or any other medical condition is very important. Hence, this asana should not be suggested in this condition. If there is extreme pelvic pain and it is persisting, this asana can be avoided also. Now, there are conditions when some women are overweight and hence they cannot take too much of pressure on their knees or wrists, as the body weight is too much for their knees and wrists to take on. In this condition also, being in the Marjari for longer can cause them discomfort or certain pains and aches. So avoid this asana in that case also. If there is pre-existing wrist pain or carpal tunnel syndrome, in that case also one should be mindful. In that case, variations can be suggested where she's not putting her entire weight on the floor, rather using a chair or some cushion underneath the wrist so that too much pressure or the full body weight doesn't go on the entire wrist. This can be taken care. Otherwise, it's safe to practice in all trimester. I will show you certain variations of Marjari Asana as well. Certain variations, it's not all variations are suggested in third trimester. Specifically, the variations in which women having extra large belly can cause suppression of the belly at any point in time. So being mindful of having always enough breathable space for the belly and the baby while practicing any asana is very important. So this asana has many benefits. One, it opens the pelvic area, releases the stiffness from the pelvic area, which is most important, especially during the third trimester. So this helps relieve that. It opens the hip area. It opens the chest also. So it relieves that upper body tensions as well. The best part is it keeps your spine flexible and gives a very nice flexibility to the spine. An important point to note here, sometimes due to overweight or overweight of the belly specifically, it's quite possible that woman is overall slim or overall having a medium-sized body, but her belly weight is too high, especially in case of twins, or maybe extra fluid, or the baby weight is higher. Any such condition, the lower back can tilt a bit more extra than in normal cases. So if you notice an extra curve in the lower back, please don't suggest cat-cow or the Marjari Asana, because it can put a lot of pressure on her lower back, which is already going through strain. Now, even if she comes into tabletop or comes into the base position of Marjari, what she can do is, rather than flexing her entire spine, only flexing from the neck area and very gentle flexes. We do not want to increase that lower back curve, which has already pressed her lower back bone too much beyond the limit already. So we do not want to increase that curve. So that is why we are not going to practice the entire spinal plexus here. Only slight movements from the neck area. While I practice, I will also show you that. So the way we practice this asana is coming to tabletop position or our hands on our knees. This is basic. Now, in normal conditions, we flex our spine forward and release. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Being mindful of the fact that in normal conditions, non-prenatal conditions, we can usually practice spinal flexors or Mercury cat-cow at a faster pace. But during the prenatal phase, it's important to just practice it gently and slowly. We do not want to jerk the back. We do not want to give any jerk to the baby as well, or overstretch the abdomen muscles at any point in time. That's why keeping the movement slow and easeful is very important. Now coming to the case where there is an extra lower back curve. There, you only move through the neck and not from the lower spine. The gentle movement, such that stress on the upper back and the neck area and slightly on the chest area as well is relieved, and not flexing the spine, the lower back or the lower spine. This is what you have to stay mindful of. Now, the next variation which can be practiced in this is coming onto forearms and practicing a twist with it. Now, if I am also in third trimester, but for some women the belly can be so heavy that when they come on their forearms, their belly can press or touch to the ground and it's too heavy for them to take on. So in that case, avoid this variation. Now, from here, you can stretch and twist to one side. Exhale, come down. Inhale to other side. Exhale, come down. This variation can be avoided in the third trimester. Now, the next variation, to give the spine a little more just gentle stretch, is we just being here in tabletop, we look to one side and then come center, and then we look to the other side. Very gentle movements. Now, the fourth variation to this, which is a very, very helpful labor position, is hip rotation. Now, what we do is we gently begin to make large circles from our hips. So we can also create a little bit more space. Look forward. This eases the labor pain and allow the baby to go downwards. Another practice that can be added to this while in labor pain is going back and forth. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. Forward, backward with the hips. Releasing the tension in the hip area, helping with the uterus contractions, distracting the pain, releasing the stress on the pelvic muscles with rotations and forward and backward movements. Women can even choose to have a gym ball, or also known as birthing ball at some times, and then do this position and stay there for birthing position. This is also one of the birthing positions, just being here in the cat-cow. This helps open up the pelvic area and allow the baby to slide in with ease. So using Marjariasana for various purposes during the entire prenatal phase is a great idea. So allow the benefits of this asana to work for you and for the students you're going to teach. Thank you.